All right, so here we go, starting on the new journey. Okay, so I am removing the pieces that have been joined together, the fashion fabric and the lining with the interlining, because I need to add the second layer to the skirt. So I'm going to have to take off this. I just did a basting stitch to connect this. I'm taking off the basting stitch around the skirt top, the middle skirt at the top, so I can add the two pieces of fabric. The bodice is going to have two sets. The skirt will have two sets. The middle skirt will have two sets, but they have to be joined separately. So I'm releasing the basting stitch so that I have two separate pieces. So here we go. Okay, so here's my, all right. All right, so I've got two separate pieces here now. I've got the fashion fabric, which is the skirt itself, right here. It is so dark. And let me see if I can't get some more light over here. Ooh, what a difference. Let there be light. Let there be light, honey. All right, so much better. Okay, so I've got my fashion fabric here, and I've got the interlining here. I needed to separate the two of these because the fashion fabric and the bodice need to be attached this way. So I need to attach the bodice and the skirt, middle skirt. And as I attach the bodice and the middle skirt, I need to also add the interlining to the fashion fabric. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Make sure I've got all my, okay, so that's fine. Just wanted to make sure I have all of my pieces sewn down, because we're going to be adding boning to this dress. It's not a heavy dress, and it's not the size for a heavy bride. So it doesn't really require a lot of support in that way. But I still want to add some molding to the dress, so I am adding boning. And that's what we're working on today while we refocus our attention on bridal. Okay, so I'll be doing that. That is a seam. I need to make sure these seams are tight. That's what I'll be working on. Okay guys, so I've got everything taken apart here. The bodice and the skirt on both the fashion fabric and the interlining. So I'm just going to clean all of this up. Make these edges flat. Iron these flat. Clean up these edges with all of this fray going on here. Here. We're just going to clean up these edges here and sew them back together. Fashion fabric to fashion fabric, interlining to interlining, and then join them together as one piece. So that's where we're at right now. Okay, so we've got everything nice and cleaned up here, and I'm connecting the bodice to the middle skirt at the waistline. I'm going to do that on the interlining as well, and add the zipper to the bodice, top and skirt. Then I'm going to sew the linings and the underlinings together and add the zipper to the bodice, the fashion fabric bodice. The lining will cover all of the inner working once I put that together. So we're going to go ahead and sew, connect our, is this my skirt? Yeah. We're going to go ahead and connect everything together. And right now, y'all remember the little pin technique that I showed you, right? In order to get your seams straight. I'll show it to you again. If I can get in this camera right here. Oops. Okay, so you want to, I don't think I can get in the camera right there. I need you a little closer. Just a little bit. Just a little bit closer. Okay, so we're going to pin our pin in this layer, which is the top layer. Okay, it's in there. There's the pin. See the pin? There's the pin. Okay, I'm going to pin it directly in the middle of this seam right here. 5/8 of an inch down, 5/8 of an inch down, to make it even with the top of the first layer. So it's gone through the middle. I'm going to separate them so that I'm going to draw the pin in the middle of this layer here. See? Turn it over and you'll see if it's even or not, and it is. And then I'm going to pin it right in the seam of the second layer. So right in this crease right here. It's kind of like pinning in the ditch. If you know about stitching in the ditch, this is pinning in the ditch. And what that does is cause your seams to be evenly connected. I don't know if you can see that. They cause your seams to be evenly connected, right? Okay, so that's the tip for connecting your seams. I learned that from a young lady who owned a tailor shop. I was doing some interning with her. Believe me, I made some mistakes in that shop. I did make some mistakes in that shop as an intern, as most interns will. So praise God for her grace and mercy toward me. She did teach me some things, and I did learn some things. So that's a blessing. And you know, you're always learning new things. You're going to make mistakes. Unfortunately, in a tailor shop, it might be on somebody else's clothes, and that was just the challenge, one of the challenges that had to be endured. Okay, let's see if I can move me back here a little bit. Okay. All right, so I'm going to continue to pin my seams Excuse me. Continue to pin my seams. I would ask y'all how you enjoyed the football game, but I'm kind of leery about asking that question because I don't know who was rooting for who. I'm going to have to watch the replay because I actually was in class during the whole game. So I didn't get to see all the details, but I do know who won. And honestly, I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad about it, that's for sure. Okay, so here we go. Now I'm going to lay the middle here. On the middle, what I did on this side of the skirt was add a basting stitch here so I can ease this skirt between these two edges. I know you can't see. So I can ease the skirt between these two edges. There's just a little bit of give here in the skirt. So I'm going to pinch it up a little bit in several places and fit it into the skirt. I'm going to do that on the other piece, which is the interlining, and we will be right back. I got my miracle. I got it. I got my breakthrough. I got it. My miracle. I got it. My breakthrough. Got just what I wanted. Oh, I got just what I wanted. I got what I come for. Oh, I got what I come for. I got what I come for from the Lord. Ooh, I got my miracle. Yes, I got my breakthrough. Oh, I got my miracle. I got my breakthrough. Alrighty. Come on. What is the problem? Something is stuck. Something is stuck here, Chuck. What's up, Chuck? How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? What's the problem? I got my miracle. Oh, I got my breakthrough. Okay, let's see what this is. Okay, I'm not sure what we're gonna figure it out though. We're gonna figure it out. I will not be defeated. Victory is mine. Victory is mine. Victory today is mine. I told Satan, get thee behind, 'cause victory today is mine. Oh, joy is mine. Joy is mine. Joy today is mine. I told Satan, get thee behind, 'cause joy, that's not enough room for that thing in my hand. Joy today is mine. When One day I'm going to have those. One day. Work with what you got until you get what you want. Work with what you got until you get what you want. You know, there's a story in the Bible about a woman who lost her husband. And unfortunately, he had left the house. He passed away. But unfortunately, he had left the house in a lot of debt. And she was so concerned, as anybody would be, about how she was going to take care of the bills of the house and her children. And, you know, it's hard when you're the sole provider and you're not quite sure where everything's going to come from. But anyway, she heard a word from the Lord, and the question was, what did you have? What did she have in the house? What did she have in her house? And so now I've sewn the middle skirt. You guys have seen this so many times. The middle skirt and the bodice together. Okay? Let's see if I can get a longer shot. Maybe not. I've sewn the middle skirt and the bodice together. So we're going to lay this to the side. If I can see that. We're going to lay this to the side, and we're going to do the same thing with the interlining and the bodice. This is a muslin, and like I said, the muslin that I use, I appreciate it so much that it makes an easy use of a lining as well. And so this woman in the Bible, she didn't know what she was going to do. I was singing that song, and use what you have. What do you have in your hand? And that is what the man of God asked her. Well, what do you have in your house? And she didn't think she had anything in her house that was useful to meet the need that she had. And she said, all I have is a little oil in a cruise. A little oil in a vessel. I don't have much. I don't have anything to use. This is all I have. And he said, well, take what you have. He had gotten a word from the Lord for her. He said, take what you have and ask your neighbors for, vessels, clay jars, clay pots, whatever they have. And ask them if you can use them. And so she sent her sons, as the illustration goes, she sent her sons to the neighbors to ask for clay pots. And so every time they bought a clay pot to her, she would tip the oil and pour it into the clay pot. And until they ran out of clay pots from their neighbors, she kept doing this. And the more she did it, the more oil that was saved up in these clay pots. And before it was all said and done, she had enough oil in the clay pots to not only pay her husband's past debts, but to take care of her children for the rest of their lives. So what I'm saying when I say, what do you have in your hand? What do you because sometimes we think we don't have anything useful for the need or to meet the need, when we actually have everything that we need in order for the need to be met. We just haven't looked at what we have or considered what we have to be valuable enough to meet the need. So whatever you have, work with what you have, and you'll find out eventually that it's more than enough to meet the need that you have. Okay, so I'm doing the same thing with the lining. I need to find the middle of the underlining on the skirt part, this part right here. So I'm folding them together, And I'm just gonna, oh, there's already a little nip in there. Is there a nip in the top? It's the top where I need to add a little nip. So I'm just gonna add a little nip in here so that my center fronts match up. So that's not wonky and off center. Yeah, so whatever you have in your house to use, especially in these days, people are becoming more and more thrifty. So whatever you have in your house to use, it'll be enough to meet the need. Prayerfully, it'll be enough to meet the need, and you'll have the same experience that this young lady had. Her need was no more important than yours, right? Everybody's needs are important. We know our needs are important. Everybody's needs are important. Hers is important. Yours is just as important as hers, and there's an answer for your situation just as there was for hers. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add the same ease stitch on the skirt that I added to the fashion fabric right here, because again, the skirt is a little bit bigger than the bodice tops. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and get them sewn together. Once I add this to the fashion fabric, these two pieces will become one piece working together, and then we're going to drop the zipper in there. So why should I worry about and the downs. When by my faith I know my God is more than enough. By all my needs, He is my El Shaddai. Ha ha! Jehovah, He is. All right, that's Gary Oliver. That's Gary Oliver on YouTube, baby. I do not own the rights to this song. Okay, so I've got both pieces. Both pieces are put together at the bodice and the skirt. Jehovah Jireh. Yes, sir. Ah. All right, so we've got these two together. These are going to act as one piece. I'm going to set this inside of my fashion fabric and baste them together at the neckline and down the sides. The ups and the downs. When by my faith I know my God is more than enough. He's more than enough. More than enough. Woo! He's more than enough. Okay. More than enough. More than enough. More than enough. More than enough. Okay, what I'm gonna do, like I said, I'm attaching the fashion fabric this side to the underlining, which is this side, so they'll operate as one piece. And this is the bodice, the section where the zipper is going to, um, the zipper is going to sit on this side. I need to make sure I mark this dot so I know where to pivot on this fabric. Using 3/8 of an inch on the neckline. So I need to make sure I know where to stop here. That's a quarter of an inch. This is 3/8 of an inch. Three-eighths of an inch on the neckline. So I'm just going to baste it because the actual stitch will be when I add the lining to this piece. That's when I'll use the 2.5 stitch. Right now I just need to baste these together so they act as one piece. Okay, so we've got these two pieces. See, I've got the underlining, oops, the underlining and the fashion fabric, and they are basted together as one piece. It's hard to see, but I wish I could get a. Okay. Okay, I don't know why that's happening. All right, so we're good right there. This is where we're at with we are making progress, more progress than ever before. So praise the Lord for that. All right, and so here is the lining. Okay. I'm going to end the video here. I'm going to go ahead and connect the lining together. The next time you see me, the dress will have the zipper in the back. The lining will be connected, and it will be added to the, or this is what we'll do next time. The lining will be inserted into the dress, as well as the zipper will be inserted into the dress, and the hem on the circle skirt will be working on that. I'm deciding whether or not I want to use horsehair braid because of the lace I'm putting on top of the bodice is so strong. I need a strong hem to balance out the bodice and the hemline. So I'm deciding whether or not to do a netting or horsehair braid on the hemline. If you have any suggestions, feel free to drop them in the comments. Thank y'all for joining me today as the journey is renewed. I am excited. I am ready to do this channel, Bridal by D. I'm so excited to be a part of this journey with you. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Let your friends join in on what we're doing on this channel. Have a blessed evening, a great week, and yeah, just have some fun this coming week. God bless.